Greetings, algo artisans. The weekend is here. We got some exciting charts to review, and we're going to take a look at the NRG coin. If we got time, we'll chart Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and anything else we got time for. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Right into the charts here, we got Bitcoin. Each one of these candles is almost a day's worth of price action. And this week we saw 50,000, 51,000, all the way to 64,000, touched 64,000, and now it is consolidating below that range. Now, I would guess that Bitcoin will go up from here. Very bullish. We talked about this on the public live lab this morning, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the charts here. And it does appear that we have a range building for the moment, and that range will probably end up with a move up to the upside is where I think price will go. There is liquidity down into the low 50s area, and price could go grab that liquidity, but I just don't see that happening with the way the algos are, outside of some kind of a surprise, perhaps a traditional finance surprise. Something happens in the market to spook people out. But aside from that, I do expect price to go up and to approach the high 60s, possibly 65, 67, up in that area. And the Fibonacci target right here is 67,500, and that is a pretty good place for price to go next. One could always go long once the breakout happens, and I'm going to go take a look briefly at the lower time frame to try to construct a potential long trade based on that. I would have the range better defined as such, so about say 60,250 to about 63,500. Now, if price were to break above this 63.5, either break up very, very convincingly and very hard, or stay up there for a number of hours, ideally a day, then I might take along and go for targets 67,500. Now, the tricky part here is that Bitcoin tends to break out and go straight up, and you never get those pullback entries. So the thing to do might be to be risky and take that breakout trade if that is your style, or if it does break out, go on a lower time frame, and I might take maybe just a quick pullback on the way up and trade that way.
Son of a ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Okay, so we are going to go back into the charts, but before we do that, I want to talk about NRG Coin. Altcoin Daily had a great video, as he always does, interviewed the, I guess he would be the president or CEO of Altcoin Daily, of NRG, I should say, and he talks about this whole new ecosystem that on paper looks like it has a lot of advantages over your typical ecosystems like Ethereum and Solana, and of course he really values security, so he's built this blockchain to value security. So let's go to the website itself. It's the safest blockchain for users, for everyone, as he says. Apparently there's an airdrop available. I did not research that. It says here virtually no theft for 3 years and counting. Now we got to define theft here, because these blockchains are virtually secure. I have not heard of too many of any newer blockchains that have been hacked per se, but there are times where perhaps you're trading or you're on a DEX or anything like that. Things can happen. You can get phished, or perhaps you hit the wrong button and you lose all your money. And so he has designed this around security. And he says on this website, they say that 95% plus cybercrime activities have been stopped or prevented by our defense in-depth protocols, combined with assistance from NRG Bureau of Investigations. I'm assuming that's their internal investigatory arm, and they are founded on 4 key pillars: EVM compatible smart contracts, so compatible with all Ethereum-based decentralized applications. Developers are encouraged to use NRG as a live test net before launching apps on Ethereum so they can benefit NRG's security. So that's pretty awesome, actually. Of course, none of what we say is investment advice, but they have a self-funding treasury. So some coins don't have that. Some coins are purely community-driven. Some of them are just going to operate based on gaining profits from selling their coins. There's a lot of different, it says here, NRG was bootstrapped with no ICO or pre-mine and has a healthy self-funding treasury model which fuels NRG's ecosystem growth and development. So I do like that there's no ICO. I do like it was something that got developed from the ground up without initial money, which does say a few things about how valuable it must be. It's now sitting around 25 cents. It's got a actually relatively low market cap. It's got a market cap, according to this, at this time of 3 million. I think this might be a tad outdated. We're going to take a look at the market cap in a few minutes. What they're saying here is that these other chains, Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, Avalanche, Solana, Cardano, they're saying that they definitely have it up on all these other coins, right? EVM EVM compatible, so you got Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, Avalanche. EVM compatible, Solana, Cardano, not so much. But the rest of these coins don't have any of these items, which we have the no ICO pre-mine, which I personally find valuable from a ground-up standpoint. Layer 1 and 2 built in. The more built in your layers are, the safer a blockchain is going to be, because you don't have to go from chain to chain. You have to rely on a separate protocol to make your coin work, right? More protocols, more attack faces, less security. A decentralized treasury, that's pretty interesting. Full decentralized governance. I think that some of these other coins might argue that theirs is decentralized as well. I can tell you, NRG, I believe, is proof of stake, so there can be some philosophical or even technical reasons why people might not think it's quite as safe. Then there are plenty who say proof of stake is fine. No theft in 3 years. Staking rewards are 9% compared to these other coins. Solana's being the closest competitor with 7%. You got Ethereum at 4, Polygon at 5, Binance at 1.7, Avalanche at 7, Solana at 7, and Cardano at 3%. So Avalanche and Solana have 7% staking, while NRG has 9%. Now, my question would be is how long is that going to last? By the way, they do have a master node architecture, so the level 2 rewards are 19%. And I remember master nodes were a huge thing like back in 2017 and 18. That was the fad. They are in the master node world, so they want to reward at 19% for holding a master node. I haven't researched how much of these coins you have to own a master node, right? Because that generally is what a master node is going to be. You have to have a certain amount of this token in order to have a master node and get those rewards, right? It's a way to incentivize people to buy and hold a relatively large amount of these coins. On to coin market cap. We're going to take a look at some metrics. The coin is at 26 cents. The total market cap here is at $19 million, which is actually nice and low. The volume of trade is about 5% of that. Now, there is some locked tokens. If somebody owns half the tokens and they can dump even 10% of them at whatever time, maybe in the peak of the market, they can crush the price. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with this coin. Maybe a very small percentage that are owned. It might be that the way they have it designed is they can't sell a lot of them at once. I'm not saying that's a problem. The circulating supply and total supply are very close. The token itself, we've already talked a lot about it, but we'll get into it a little bit here. And before we get into it, on this level, I am going to go ahead and play a video from Altcoin Daily. The link to the video is in the description. Please go watch this video. Altcoin Daily does great work, and you can get the deeper view on this from the president and or CEO of this company. So here we go.
You mentioned you want NRG to be the Apple of blockchains.
Everything just works together really well. I love how they protect user privacy. NRG, we have those things just built directly in. We have a good DEX for you guys and a good NFT exchange coming out again, all within the security environment. If you're building a collection of NFTs, you get those royalties. That's a huge problem right now on other blockchains. And it's royalty theft is what's going on. And it's happening because of a lack of governance on the blockchain.
We got right here, what is NRG? It's a next generation proof of stake cryptocurrency powered by the NRG blockchain, combined Ethereum smart contract compatibility with self-funding treasury, decentralized masternode governance, and layer 1, layer 2 protocol. Serves in place of a governance token for the NRG swap decentralized exchange. So they actually have a lot of things built into the ecosystem itself. Decentralized exchange, they've got bridge, got a lot of stuff that's just, kind of a one-stop shop, which of course is going to encourage that security. Here it says founded on the goal of delivering secure, decentralized financial solutions, and currently employs a team of over 60 contributors spread across 5 continents. Ethereum compatible, like we talked about. Funding provided by an economically optimized self-funding treasury. We talked about that. Speed and scalability delivered by layer 1 and layer 2 network that enables sustainable throughput. So here's a bit about the economic model. It says 1 million NRG are released every month and divided between the NRG treasury, masternode stakers, and backbone. It says the breakdown is below: 40% to the NRG treasury, 40% to masternodes, 10% to stakers, and 10% to backbone. So here it is. Backbone, instead of issuing a pre-mine holding or ICO, NRG's founder chose to take distributed compensation over time. This ties financial rewards from the project to NRG's long-term success and sustainability. So 1 million coins a month, right? And it's a 75 million coin supply. That's 1 million coins a month. It's considerably quick, but 100,000 of that are actually going to the backbone. So at any rate, this does seem like a pretty well thought out project, and I like the low market cap, and I do like, of course, the security aspect of it. Blockchain security is a big deal. It's proof of stake, so it is energy conscious. conscious. I know a lot of people find that to be important. However, I do think, again, this is not investment advice. It is worth another look. I would definitely do a little math, take a look at what's going on with it, and we will look at the chart before we go here. It's definitely going up. This is on a 3-hour chart, so late in December when it hit this particular exchange. It troughed out, and then in February, just a couple of weeks ago, it really started to move up. It went from 11 cents to 26 cents. It has more than doubled. From the time it hit MexC, it more or less peaked out at about 17 cents, so it is well above its listing peak, but that's indicative of a bull market. So I would take a look at this, and I really don't have that good of a way to determine how big this coin could get. If this is meant to operate in place of like Solana and Avalanche, you're talking about some very large market caps. If this really was adopted, if it had the throughput that was very promising, or if they could continue to develop that, then this could be a very large coin. But it doesn't seem to have the eye of a lot of people just yet. Obviously, Altcoin Daily's seeing it now, so that's going to put it into a lot of people's vision. Of course, I'm doing a video on it myself, so it might be kind of early for this coin. I think it could very reasonably go ×2, ×3, ×5. Again, not investment advice. I think it's adopted and actually truly competes with those other coins if it has the technical ability and throughput to compete with Avalanche and all of that. Then of course we're talking about very large profits, 26 cents. So this is a very interesting token. I hope this was helpful. Again, I don't really have much charting history for me to take a look at how big this could get or trade it or anything like that. Pretty much just going up at a very, very solid rate and trajectory. So in these circumstances, you're probably going to look at milestones like 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, $1. Round numbers are what are going to matter at this time from a trading standpoint. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you want to learn more about what we do as far as trading, learning how to extract money out of the markets on a regular basis, you can head over to algofactory.tech. We teach that. It's actually relatively easy to learn. It's simple, right? Not necessarily easy, but it's simple. You just have to put in the work. We're not a get-rich-quick scenario. We teach the real deal. So come on over, check us out, trade your job, upgrade your life. See you on the next one.